And Mr. President, this is a little out of character, and confession's good for the soul. But one of my very favorites, maybe my most favorite of spectator sports, is of all things, girls softball. Now, a lot of people don't even know anything about the sport. It's pretty incredible, and I'm pleased to tell you that Oklahoma City is the home of a very famous ASA Hall of Fame stadium, which is the world's #1 softball field. This is where the Big 12 softball championship and the Women's Collegiate World Series are held. And this past May, the Sooners won the championship game of the Big 12 softball tournament between Oklahoma City and Oklahoma State, who also has a great team, at this impressive stadium. Now, the Sooners won. Then on June the 6th, they became the 2017 Women's College World Series National Champions in Oklahoma City. After facing adversity on the earlier game against North Dakota State in the NCAA regionals, the Sooners proceeded to win 11 consecutive games. Think about that, Mr. President, 11 consecutive games, ultimately achieving a 5-4 victory over the University of Florida Gators. And I'll tell you, they're tough. But in the first game of the championship series, Oklahoma outlasted Florida in a record-breaking, and I was here, it was actually in session during the time, 17 innings. It went to 3 o'clock in the morning. And of course, we won. And this is the longest game in the history of Women's College World Series of all times. And this win is the women's softball team's second consecutive national championship and the third in the last 5 years. Now, that's a big deal when you stop and think about it. These girls are coming from all over the country, and they end up playing softball there, and it's something where they are clearly national champions. So it makes me very proud to see that they're doing so well, and I'd like to take a moment to congratulate all the players for their hard work that clearly paid off. It's important to thank the coaches as well. Thank you for your skills and your tenacity and your dedication that helped lead these ladies to victory. Their remarkable head coach, Patty Gasso, has been with OU since 1995 and was inducted to the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2012. And I bet you didn't even know there was such a thing, but there is. She and her staff have worked together over the last several decades to build a legacy that has a strong community following. These women will continue to make Oklahoma proud through their various roles as students, athletes, and leaders. Just last week, this was really good. Last week, the junior pitcher, her name is Paige Parker, she was warming up before she threw the ceremonial first pitch game between the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox. And it was during this warm-up that the Royals players were able to see firsthand how impressive girls' softball pitches are. And the catcher even missed some of them and almost fell over. And so I just wish the best of luck to these players and the coaches for the next year's softball season. Enjoy your success and bring home another national championship. And I would like to submit for the record, at this point in the record, the team roster and all the players that made this a great championship victory. With that, I'll yield the floor and suggest the absence of a quorum.
The clerk will call the roll.
Mr. Alexander.